I want to say it's the morning after the night before, but it's actually the 5:30 picking my car up now after the wedding last night, which was brilliant. So I've got a little bit of a clip of inside the barn, which looked amazing. The barn that they bagged the spuds in. Robots holding the bar up. The drainage pipe. Check that out. The barn looked amazing, and they're keeping it set up for a hoedown next Saturday night. So if anyone's interested, I think they've still got some tickets left for that. Just come to see if there's any sunflowers growing. I've seen one between here and the car. Not really seen any more, to be honest. So I think we're going to have to give up on them. A potato growing. Yeah, I think the slugs and the pigeons have completely... Oh, there's one. Yeah. Not enough to make a crop at all. So, this would have been wheat, to be fair. But obviously it was too wet, so we waited, and then in the spring we put some flowers in. I'll just show you this though. You see the grass weeds growing in lines where the soil's been disturbed. So this feels bad for ryegrass. It just shows you where you've tilled it, if you will. You've allowed the grass weeds to come from lower down rather than being in the surface. So the pre-emergent sprays probably killed the ones in the top surface, but the grass that's come from lower down where the tines have been through, or the coulters, has now come on. So we'll spray this off with glyphosate and put something else in. I'll just nip across to the other side and we'll have a look. There's another sunflower, and we'll have a look at the beans. Just show you this field of beans. Bit of a cloud shadow coming across towards me now. If I get brighter in a second. They're coming on, bit of grass weed, but it has been sprayed off. You can see it starting to go brown. Well, most of it is. That one doesn't look like it is. They've now got flowers on them, and hopefully they'll still keep growing, and then we'll have pods. They smell lovely. They actually smell like potatoes randomly at this time of year, but doesn't look a bad lot now, considering the conditions that they were planted in. Yeah, today's video, because I've obviously had a good night last night, didn't get up particularly early at all today, and I was looking back from my phone what we were doing this time last year, and we were actually baling hay with Bennett's. So there's a little bit of literally what we were doing a year to the day ago. It's been making quite a wide row. Anyway, I've just rung Howard because I was being thick, but basically if we move that to there, hopefully it should, when it now falls out, it'll pivot at this point and not throw these out as far. I've gone 2 holes over. Yeah, try that now. We'll see what that does. Andrew's sneezing, but he reckons his glasses are helping. Olivia's back in bales there. Right, so folds that down now. Hopefully that grey bar now will kick that in closer, because it was throwing it right out before, and it should start to make it. That's a lot narrower. Try that now. Let's see what happens. So that's how wide the row is here. When he goes now, we'll see what it looks like. It's probably should be narrower in the middle but higher, but obviously we can't rake quite as wide. In fact, you can see Like he's not raking about a foot less each side now. But yeah, the row is a lot narrower. That is the pickup reel on the baler. See how we've pulled it in? So it's there, it's wide, and there it's not. It was easy enough. Just flicking the ignition to make the electric pump. Keep trying. Hopefully it'll come through. Never run out of fuel before. Best bit of the day when you're working with Bennett's is the hot cakes, chocolate as well, that Catherine brings out. Or Fiona's mum, if you know Fiona. Back at HQ, there's Ian. Ready to go and pick the combine up from cereals, and Wheat Wagon going to go out in the morning as well once he's had his taco break. I've put this one in position so you can't get in with a four-wheel drive or a car now because there's a ditch there that you're going to fall in. But probably need to put a bit of stone underneath. I should have levelled the gateway off flatter because it's not ideal and I don't want to crack it. They're strong and reinforced, but there's a hollow there. I think if you went over with the spray away and sort of like full of chemical at like 15 ton, it's a lot on it. So I'll maybe come back with some road planers and level them off, and I can sit it on it better. So that was doing that grass, and then I thought, wonder what we were doing a year before that. So I looked again, and we were doing some grass again then, some hay. So here's a little bit of a 2022. So you've just seen 23, this is 2022. That tractor's got enough power. Oh yeah, loads of people are like, why didn't you get a back mower? I've got one, it's there, it's broken, we've not fixed it yet. We probably need to, but since we only do a little bit of hay, we just did it all with the front mower. And another question today will be, why don't you get a twin rotor rake? I'd love a twin rotor rake. Just, is it really worth it when I only do such a small amount? But if someone's got a cheap, nice, fast twin rotor rake, let me know. It's days like this when you think, that is why we painted that tractor black, because it looks stunning on a bright day with a shiny baler on. The best of the baler's not shiny. Good enough. What's that coming over the hill? Is it a monster? Yeah, so we were making grass sort of 2 consecutive years running, going back, and then I thought, well, hold on a second, and I went back even further, and this was 2020. So you're going to see now a field of sunflowers, and if you imagine that's what these look like now, completely bare, only grass really showing them. This is what they look like in 2020, which was the year that we did the first year we did the sunflower maze. Look amazing. Just realised I'm stood in the middle of a field looking at the sunflowers. I'm the tallest thing around here apart from a few trees in the distance, and I can hear thunder over there. So I think it's time I went and had my tea. So that was 4 years ago. Totally different sort of stand of sunflowers there now. And did I look younger or not? Probably. Yeah, it's getting really yellow here now. Well, not really yellow, but it's turning. So not long to harvest. Just need a header for the combine. Oh yeah, and this is the Bateman chassis getting built and the Bateman cab from 2021. I'm having a look now at the Skyfall, and because we've been so behind with the spraying and not been able to get on with the wind and the constant rain over the last 3 weeks, a bit of disease has crept in, which is a bit of a shame. So it doesn't look like it's going to be the best of crops. The heads though, to be fair, I'm surprised at these. They have got a fair head on them. If you look, it's a decentish size. So plenty of grain sites in some ways, but not tilled particularly well and is not very clean at all. But if we'd have put a fungicide on when we needed it, it would have probably ended up in them trees over there. Morgan's old car has reminded me that he said that we can drive over it with the quad track. So do we go over the side, the front, the back, or all of it? Maybe go up the bonnet and over the roof before we take it to Cheshire Show, ready for Tuesday. But yeah, someone remind us tomorrow to do that. Oscar did well yesterday. He picked all them up on the track to get them to fit in that cage. Everyone was loving that log splitter. If you didn't see it, go back and watch yesterday's video. How fast it was, how savage it was. So then what we're going to do over the next week or so, it's going to still be here. We're going to, any bits of nice timber that come in that go through it easily, going to keep to one side, and then Let's just spend an hour, throw it all through. Hopefully we'll have enough for winter. Behind me is today's birthday bumper. Absolutely loads of names on there. Some are happy birthday and some are happy Father's Day. I'm not sure which is which. There's too much information to fit on the bumper, but I'm going to read everyone's name out nonetheless. So Sandra Fitzgerald's from Halewood, my mum's friend. David Jones with the quad tracks, he's on there. Got Smokey Dave. Sally Ford's 50. Tony Hardy is on there. Archie Holmes. Ian Hudson 49 in Canada. Marlin Steer, James Wolf, Sean Luring, I think, I don't know how you pronounce it. Jack Hopkins is 29. There's 2 Jack Hopkins, so if you're not 29, there's 2 of you's birthday today. If not, it's the same person. Aaron Jack Jones and Tade Jack, I think it's pronounced. That's his granddad, his birthday. Neil Stables, Tom Beattie, no idea how you pronounce that. Przyalamszlo Grabowski is 34. He's in Poland. Florence Reeve is 8. Lisa Summers is 31-ish. Chris Gardner 67 and Mickey Bullivant is on there. So there we go. That is today's birthday bumper with the reflection terribly off the skylights, but we're now up to £68,849. Absolutely loads today because 1, it was Father's Day. 2, I did it early yesterday, so some of them may have been your birthday yesterday, and obviously just a busy day for birthdays. That is all for today. Today's video, I must apologise because I haven't done much at all today, and I think I'm worn out from the week, apart from being a good wedding as well. So that's why it's a bit of a mismatch, but it's interesting to see what we've been doing on this day in previous years. Totally different seasons every year, isn't it? Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm waffling now. I'll see you all tomorrow.